You still dancing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties today. My
No, it happens. It
camera
happens.
was fighting with me.
It's
It's
all,
not
it's
that
all,
bad with
it's
the
either
camera.
that or the microphone, right? One of them are always fighting with you. It's
Yeah,
just the way it
it's
works. Just the
sometimes
way
the
it
one
works.
wants to recognize each other from the other. You know what's funny is I have a nice powered up USB bay right in front of me, but I was trying it a couple days ago. I was trying to move everything, but for some reason my camera has to be plugged into my laptop. I won't plug it if it plugs into the USB bay. It won't work.
It's
It's so
crazy, ain't it?
weird.
It's crazy how you like learn those things. Like, for example, I can't plug my iPhone and download anything on either one of my PCs. I have to put it on an external drive and then go to my PC with it. Craziest scenario. Look, it just doesn't like the PC for some reason. It's funny
Uh,
how you learn like those little workarounds that you otherwise would have never known.
Man, I don't know though that if I don't know, anybody caught um, that new Apple event today. I caught some of it, and if you're an editor and you like Apple products, if you got $2,000 to drop, that new hub they got, that new computer basically they have, is freaking awesome.
Nobody
I
has
just don't
two
have two
thousand
thousand.
dollars to
I just
drop
don't have
right
two
now.
grand to drop like with But if you like, go ahead and join both of our memberships. We'd always appreciate it for the help for a new computer.
He said, just in case you didn't get it figured out. So check this out. Have you picked up any new pops lately? Any new pops? Any new
I
pre-orders?
do have two. One that just came in the mail, and I know what it is, and I'm really excited for it. And I got another one that I'm going to open up that I've had sitting here for a while. I have a good idea what it is. I just have not opened up the box yet.
What is this behind you? Is this Space Mountain behind you?
That is Spaceship Earth, and
Spaceship
it's
Earth.
lit up, and it's what's called right now for the 50th anniversary the Beacon of Magic. Um, yeah.
It looks a lot like Spaceship Mountain.
Nope, Spaceship Earth. Actually, we went out there this past weekend. I did not film. I decided, because it's hard to film, be focused on a video and just focus on that, and I don't get to do a lot of my like shorts or my Instagram stuff and things like that. So we decided to go, and we only went to two spots for food, but we decided, you know what, it's just going to be a short and Instagram day. So that's what it turned out to be.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you need a day. Sometimes you
But
need a day.
we have a very busy. I have a very busy weekend this weekend. Friday we're going. I'm taking the day off of work. We're going to Strawberry Festival. Uh, Saturday I think we're going back to Epcot to go film some food and wine. I mean, sorry, from
Oh, you get
Flower
it.
and Garden, and then of course on Sunday, um, Chase from Chase's Kingdom is coming on up here, and we're going to go watch the Batman.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna go watch that epic Batman movie. I bet you can't wait for that one.
No, I'm not looking forward to it.
I
But
mean, you haven't been anticipating this movie for how long now?
I've been bashing it for about a year and a half now.
Been anticipating it for bashing, anticipating. Same thing. Same thing. You've been fangirling this movie now for about a year and a half.
I wouldn't call it fangirling by
I'm
any
gonna
means.
call it fangirling. I'm thinking that it's
I would
fangirling, but
normally be all about a new Batman if they picked a good actor to play Batman, but
I mean, if you're gonna fangirl, they tell me that this is the actor to fangirl over. So check this out. So just here recently, I did a giveaway on the Lou. That giveaway will be here at some point. I'm gonna throw a link over here real quick. That way you guys can get over there and put down that hashtag Wayne sent me. And here I'm gonna help you out with the hashtag real quick. And at some point we will like get this one like going. Let's see if I learn how to spell today. I know this, but I'm about illiterate. All right, check it out. There we go. So get over there, put that hashtag in that video real quick. It's hashtag Wayne sent me. It's the Lou sent me a box. If you didn't see the box, you need to go check that video out at some point. I was just eating some of the candy out of it a minute ago. Lots and lots and lots of fun
you know
today.
what's funny is when the Luau did say he sent me mine when I think I did his thing over the summer sometime, and I don't think I ever told him, and he's actually in here right now, but I don't think I ever told him. but the box when it came in, it was apparently sat out for a little while in our because we don't have like a mailbox in front of our house. We've got like a mail system that we go to, and apparently it sat out there for I don't think a day, and all the candy inside was melted. So we had
Oh
to stick it
man.
all. We just put it all inside the fridge for a day
Oh, that is
to
that
let
is
it
rough.
harden back up.
That was a lot of candy too. If he sent you a box like mine, I needed him to cover all the medical expenses in the event that I get diabetes after eating all of this, because it's a god awful lot of candy, and I truly appreciate you, Andrew. That was a lot of fun. So let's hit that chat real quick, and I want to talk about a drop that they just did here recently. Me and you were kind of talking
Yep.
about it a couple of days ago, but I
Yeah.
want to talk about this real quick. Let's hit that chat up. I see that we got some people that's
First,
been
we
in
have
there.
first in the house today. We have Wayne's wife first in the house today. We've got Dan Giamatti.
I don't even know.
Big fan of videos. Hey, he loves your videos, man. And I did see a thing on here. It says it is his birthday week. So
Happy birthday.
Dan. We've got Jamie's Funko Pop reviews. What's going on?
What
We've
is
got
going on?
Mr. Zach Bonifer in the house. What's going on, buddy? Of course, we got Top Shelf
Top
Creme
Shelf
Creme,
Deli Creme,
as well as
AKA
F your chicken strips. We've got the luau Andrew in the house, of course. We've got Christina Payne keeping everybody in line out there as we always appreciate her. She was checking up on me a couple times this week because I don't know if I try to play it off pretty well, but last week on both lives, I don't know, I did something to my back, like I pinched a nerve or something. And my back was sore for a couple days.
Why would you do that?
I was sore during last week's live. Like as soon as I got out the live, like I had to like lay on the floor. My back was hurting so bad.
Why would you do that?
I don't know, but it's worked itself back out, so it's good this week. Who else am I missing on here? We got Les Ketchum in the house. What is going on, Les? Appreciate you.
So check this out. Check this out. I got one for you. 6 months, I think is what you called this one.
Yep,
6 months after the original release date, we got our hands on the Boo Berry Christmas bowl, cereal bowl. I was going to call that one a Christmas bowl.
No, it's remember they released these the week of Thanksgiving.
I know, and I think
not Thanksgiving, Halloween. They released the other two the week of Halloween, and we're like, "Do what the hell? Where's Boo Berry?"
So I want you to remember this one, right? I want you to go back to like that weekend that they didn't release it, the weekend that they released the other two, but they didn't release Boo Berry. Do you remember all the hate comments about not releasing Boo Berry? Where's Boo Berry? Why didn't we get Boo Berry? I remember comment after comment after comment after comment. Kenneth Bird, what is going on?
That's because half of them were mine.
Anyways, I remember comment after comment of the hatred for not having the Boo Berry and how we dropped the ball on not having the Boo Berry. But Boo Berry is still sitting on the site right now.
Yep, I do plan on ordering one if probably later this week, but if it's still up there. But yeah, I've ridiculed it and I have not picked it up yet.
So check this out. Not only did they decide to throw the iconic Boo Berry up there that I've already ordered, by the way, because I am not a fair weather fan. I needed that Boo Berry. They released 2 of the SDCC Pokemons that had already went way up in value. Now, one of these guys had already hit a $200 price tag. When they re-released this pop back onto their site, they did this with the Boo Berry. So look, if I don't get the names right,
is this the Lucario Pokemon?
I don't think so.
Or is it the Sylveon?
So this would have been the San Diego Comic-Con, which I think is wrong, and I want to know what you think over there in the comments. So they re-released 2 of the San Diego Comic-Con Pokemons. One of them was a Mewtwo, which is they're flocked.
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo, whatever, Mewtwo, whatever. I hate these stupid names. And then one of them was a Volpic or Volpic or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever. I don't know.
Volpic is what I think that they say it. Both of them were flogged. Both of them were from the San Diego. One of these guys, and I can't remember which one it was right offhand, was currently like price tagged out at $200 when they decided to drop it back on their site. So without any doubt, they sold out really fast. The scalpers and everybody had to get their hands on it right away. And there's a lot of hatred out there right now about these guys being re-released. I want to know what you think, because I've got to hear what everybody else thinks about this one
Well,
before we like take this one too far.
I don't even think I have much to say with it because I mean I don't understand Pokemon, so I don't understand the big deal with it. I mean, to be honest with you, it
Yes,
just
sir.
sounded like
Yes,
because the big thing I'm noticing I'm looking on Funko's website right now, and if I'm looking through now, there's another one that I might have to get more before Blueberry, which is the Stitch People Mover. But if I'm looking through all of these Funko Shop exclusives, they are not selling out of anything Funko Shop exclusive. I mean,
well,
you
they
can still get the Mando up here, the Snow White is up here, the Wonder Woman is still up there, the Batwoman DC Comics is still up there. I mean, they're not selling out, and maybe they finally said, we got to get something that sells out, and why not just re-release some high-end Pokemon items, which really, in the grand scheme of things, is really just going to drop the price of the what it was before because now there's more in circulation.
All right, so Andrew brought up the fact that they're on the European Funko, and that's 100% correct. They weren't dropped on the United States; they were dropped on the European. But here's the thing, right? Just like they would get around the United States getting the drops by going to the secondary shippers and all of that stuff, we here in the United States can do the same thing, and we all know that that's been fully taken advantage of by the soda community and different little niche communities out there right now have fully taken advantage of the fact that you can do the exact same thing over there that they did over here, right? I mean, so it's no surprise if it works here to work there. Um, I say that this is extremely bad for the community, and I know some people are not going to agree with me because this is what this does. This takes a collector like I'm not into Pokemon, but I think you can agree that they have a massive following, right?
Oh, massive.
Pokemon
I
has
mean,
a
I mean,
massive.
just look at the cards alone. When people are still going crazy at cards. They're not. I don't think the flippers are as big on the cards as they once were, but the cards are still. I mean, well sought after. Or
I
maybe
mean,
maybe
so
because you can't get them. I don't know.
So now you took something that was in my collection that was just valued at $200. Even if I'm never going to sell it, the value was at $200. But in the event that maybe I needed to sell it, maybe I could get 150. I think that price guides are way inflated anyways, and I think there's too many ways that I can inflate them personally. So I don't ever believe them to be 100% true, right? So I'd say
Mhm.
$150 is what you could get for it on a good day, right? Let's just say
Yeah.
great day. But now, if that's in my collection and I collect Pokemons, and now I think that they're just going to keep re-putting them out there, no matter how valuable it gets, it's never going to get any more than where it's at. It's only going to recess in value. I'm no longer going to buy these things if I'm looking at keeping them with any kind of a value, right? I mean, so it's going to take out that part of the collecting community that is into it because you want to see your collection go up in
Un,
value.
unless, yeah. I mean, I think it's the people that strongly emphasize value over what they want. I mean, some people are going to be out there and just be like, I'm just out here to collect them all and get them all, and because I like them. But I think you're going to have two different types of people. But yeah, I mean, I think that does suck for the fact that I mean, it instantly drops your value down with more in circulation. Something that should have been vaulted years ago.
What that's kind of the conversation. Is at what point do they? At what point do we decide that Funko has really vaulted something? Because it seems like they just keep bringing vaults back out, right? They just keep bringing them back out. So at what point do we truly know that something has been vaulted, or are we just going to see it again in the future? So does that mean that all grails that you potentially get your hands on now will come back out in a year and will no longer be a grail? I mean, at what point, right? I mean, and that's where I feel for the Pokemon community right now. And the conversation is, at what point
Yeah.
do they stop? I mean,
Well,
at what point?
I definitely think, I mean, and that could be a problem for a lot of people because, you got to think at one point, Funko would, I mean, I'm sure that to a certain extent they still do every year, but they would have a certain amount of Funkos that they vaulted every year. Now, the pops that they're vaulting is less and less year by year, and they're just not getting rid of the molds. They're just keeping the old molds and regurgitating with something else at some point. But like I said, I think half the time when somebody wanted something to hold on to it for a while and eventually wait till it got vaulted to see its top value, and
But
now you're just not going to get that.
But anyways, you get what I'm saying. I think the chat gets where I'm going with that one. We have some cool stuff today. I don't know if you know that the Funko headquarters is up for sale at this moment. They kind of showed us a new Doctor Strange character that I'm going to bring up here in a minute. I don't know if you've seen the WonderCon stuff. I really have not looked at it all that well, so I thought that we would go over that as well. And I got this box over here that I'm going to get unboxed. And while you have a minute, make sure you follow that link real quick. Christina put up there. Truly appreciate you. Put in hashtag Wayne sent me. At some point, I'm going to con Chris into pulling up the comment picker generator, whatever it is that we call that, so that I can pick a comment.
It's not the nose picker.
I don't know what it's called at this moment, but I'm gonna tell you in advance that it's gonna be my first ever mystery box because I did not announce what was gonna go in this. So I'm just now gonna pick some creative mystery box, and that's what's gonna go out. So make sure you get over there, put that hashtag in real quick. Entertainment Earth mystery boxes are some of my favorite things, and they all become mystery boxes at some point because of the way entertainment ships these things out. I think that you know as well as I do. Let's see. I think this is an extremely late one. It is an extremely late one. Check this out.
Oh, that's that weirdo something or other.
This is an extremely late one. So this is going to be their Valentine's cards. I don't know if you picked these up or got your hands on them, but I had a lot of fun with these this year. I gave them to my daughters, gave them to my mom, gave them to my wife. These things were a lot of fun. I actually wasn't upset that I had a second box coming because I'm going to put these up somewhere. And then next year, maybe I'll get these sent out to everybody. But this is going to be my box of the day. What do you got for us over there?
As far as boxes, I know what those are from. I liked them. I thought they were kind of cool. They're a little different, but the Valentine's cards I never seen before.
So I actively went after the Valentine cards as soon as I found out they were out there. They were just a cool way of like reminding you of your childhood with this very adult like humor in it. I mean, so like this one says Valentine's, you're the bomb, and the cat's holding the bomb. They all had this like corny little like line that was all reflective in what like crazy axe they had in their hand, or rocket launcher, or grenade, or whatever it may have been. That's what was going on. Little Monster, what is up? It's good to see you in the house. Zach, how are you doing?
This is from an old pop in the box one that I probably had pre-ordered a long time ago. And it just kind of goes into a collection, of course, that I've been working on for a while. And it is my Wanda 70s.
Oh,
I already have Vision 70s, so now this is kind of fits that setup.
That is definitely an old one there.
Well, this one's cool too because this is, of course, the one with her being pregnant and holding the food and stuff like that. So I love anything WandaVision still right now. I don't know why. I'm a big fan of it. Too bad we'll never see another one, unfortunately.
So the funny thing is I'm just as big a Wanda fan as you are. I didn't ever think that I would have been going into Wanda. It started off very slow for me and then kind of picked up speed somewhere around episode 3. But I kind of grab everything Wanda.
What's funny is out of all, and you most people would have thought that I would have been a bigger collector of the Falcon Winter Soldier. Wanda is really the only Disney Plus show that I actually collected the pops off of, and for some I don't know why or what it is, but I really like it. Oh man, and this I got to thank actually Luau for this one right here. But this one is awesome. This one I got from Chrono Toys, so you're probably gonna know where this one's coming from.
I'm waiting. The anticipation's getting serious here.
So it's in a.
Johnny Funko.
They already have it in a soft
Oh, that thing came fast.
It came really fast. I ordered it. I literally ordered it on the show last week, and it came in by Friday.
Well, that is pretty awesome. So I thought that, that was a pre-order. I didn't know that you were going to be getting that one right away. That
I
is
did
pretty
spend that.
badass. Put that up to
That
the
thing
camera.
is
Let's get
pretty
a closer look
awesome.
at that one. So is this Mickey after he's killed Tigger and now he's wearing Tigger's skin
he's
as
skinned
an
him.
outfit?
No, this is for the year of the tiger. Of course, he's holding a lantern. This is just the Asia Pacific exclusive. I thought there was something really, really cool about this. I usually don't go after ones like this, but for some reason, Mickey dressed up as another character, I just thought was really interesting.
I can't believe that they put Mickey wearing Tigger's fur. I'm kind of amazed that that happened there. But hey, it came from Asia, so you never know what's going to go on with that. Did you hear that the Funko shop is up for sale? Funko HQ is up for sale.
Are they moving everything out to Arizona?
All right, so here's the thing. Funko says, and according to the contract, that they're not going to be affected by the contract, that by the sale. Their lease won't be affected by the sale. They've had a 10-year contract. They've got 2 more years left on it. They are selling the building and 2 parking garages close to it for $52 million is what they are dropping those at. Funko last year reported an earnings of a touch over $1 billion. I don't know what the profit in that is, but here's my confusion in all of this. If something was my headquarters and I was going to keep my headquarters in this location and it came up for sale and I was currently leasing it at $52 million and my company had showed a $1 billion in sale the previous year, you could almost guarantee that I could get a loan or put down the $52 million to secure my Funko headquarters. Now they did put 7 million into the building last year, which
Mm-hmm.
seems insane to me that you'd put 7 million into something you do not own. But they did. What do you think?
Not surprised. I mean, getting out of Washington, we all knew that they bought that big facility down in Arizona.
They say they're not getting
Um,
out of Washington.
they're not getting well, then why sell?
They're
Especially
not
have all
selling it.
that structural stuff.
They're not selling it. The owner of the property is selling it. They don't own the property. They signed
Oh,
a 10-year lease.
I missed that part. Um, huh? I don't know. I think that's shame on you for not holding something down that you owned. I mean, yes, I understand maybe buying it 10 years ago and leasing it at that point, but when you started making NFT money, you probably should have secured yourself your own building.
So that's my confusion in all of this is the building and 2 parking garages are being sold by the firm that owns them. I don't think it's any individual in particular. I think it's a large firm. You know how they gobble stuff up like that owns them. They're selling them for 52 million. I couldn't believe that this was even an article. I thought, why would this even be a conversation for somebody like Funko? You tell me you're going to sell my headquarters, I'll just buy it. I mean, I was
Yeah, why not
truly
just buy the thing at that point? I mean,
I was truly floored that they're not the ones that are buying it, that it hit the news at all that it was being sold. Fingers crossed that whomever buys it doesn't decide that they're just going to dump the contract. I mean, there's so many different like things that could happen in that scenario that I wouldn't be happy with. But
well,
I
here's the other thing is I got to imagine that at some point before that this went out to news, that the owner, the group or whoever owned the building wanted out. I mean, I would have assumed that an offer would have been made to them exclusively before the news broke on this. And why wouldn't you take And I bet you that anything that offer was cheaper than what it's selling for now, possibly a little bit at least. But I mean, 52 million you throw out
okay,
to
so
it.
this is a valid this is a valid thing. So a lot of times when companies lease things like vehicles in particular, they're 100% write off. So when they do lease something, it's 100% write off. But my concern in this is if even if I didn't want to buy it myself, then why didn't I fund the buy of someone else and then lease it through that company? I mean, there's all kinds of other ways that I could still lease it but still own it at the same time. But why would it even become a news topic? Why would it, I mean it's for a company that reported sales of $1 billion the previous year. This shouldn't even have ever hit the news. They're
Something tells me that there's something fishy going on at Funko before this new CEO is taken over, and the bumbling morons that were running it beforehand has squandered some money.
So it's going to be interesting to see exactly if their headquarters stays there. I anticipate it staying there for at least 2 more years, but it'll be interesting to see in 2 years if they're still in Washington or if they end up in Hollywood full time. If they move their headquarters to wherever, right? I mean, it'll be interesting to see. This is one of them though that I thought that you would like, the new Doctor Strange movie. And they have a character in the new Doctor Strange that I thought only you were going to be able to tell me what this character was from, because I have zero clue. So Funko helped them introduce this new character, Sarah. Who is this?
I'm not sure specifically. It looks like she's another one of the wizards of sorts from, because of course, he's from a, I don't even know what the word I want to use, like a guild type thing, with him and Wong. But of course, remember when he came in on Doctor Strange 1, he came into like a group, and that's by the look of her outfit, it tells me that she's from, maybe because he's the protector of the New York version of whatever the wizard world is. Maybe she's a one for a different side. Of course, after the whole events of Spider-Man, everybody, especially within their type of being of people, know what's going on.
What do you mean?
I can't get into much because first of all, I haven't seen. Sadly, I have not seen Spider-Man yet. But him shaking up the multiverse and getting even into it even more. I do know, like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of people coming out of the woodwork from this one. I think this is also how they partially explain. They're going to explain mutants, and the presence of mutants, and why mutants weren't part of the Infinity Saga. I know Elizabeth Olsen just signed on for a whole new. Um, she's supposed to be in like 5 or 6 more movies. Whether I don't think they're all her. She's just supposed to be part of them. And so Wanda's going to be around the MCU for a while. Whether she's a good person or a bad person, we're yet to find out. But I think this is just a start. This is early on, wondering stuff like that. But I think this is another one of the wizards, kind of like Wong is.
Fair enough. That makes sense to me that we're going to be seeing a new wizard. Did you see? Check this out. Have you been paying attention to the WonderCon stuff at all?
Not really,
What do you
not
mean
really.
not?
Especially after Target Con being such a disappointment, I really wasn't paying attention too
What do
much
you
to it.
mean not really? You're starting to kill me. You're starting to kill me, buddy. So I didn't really pay attention to the WonderCon stuff at all either. It hasn't been something that's been high on my things to look at this week. So I thought that we would look at these together. Check out this Loki character. Who is this?
I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing him in the original Loki series, unless he was in the background somewhere. But he could be from something coming up soon, because I did hear of them. The next Loki series is supposed to come up, because I think they're already signed on for, I think, one more season, if not 2 more seasons, of Loki. So this could be an upcoming character.
So they're calling this one boastful Loki, but I don't know. Is this just supposed to be another Loki? I mean, it looks like he
Could be
almost has.
another variant. It could be definitely another variant. I mean, he's got the color scheme to him as well. Of course, we know that not all Lokis were, they all looked the same. Some did, some didn't. One was an alligator. I mean, so and any version of Loki is always possible.
It almost looks like he has this. I'm wanting to say like garbage version of Thor's hammer in his hand, but it's
It's
something
sort
to
of.
that effect,
It,
right?
it looks like he's like a Scottish version of someone from Wakanda.
So then they came out with a lot of sodas, right? So we have this one that's going to be coming out. No surprise
80s.
that
That one's interesting. I kind of like that, but that's a decent.
So there's no surprise, right, that the Chase variant's in the red and the regular one's going to be in the blue. We've already seen this in the pop itself, right? I mean, the Chase variant was that all red, and then you could get that one. It was a hot topic. If you missed it, go check it out when you have some time. It's a pretty cool pop. I missed it every time Hot Topic dropped it, but I didn't get super excited to try and go and get it either. So it was one of those.
Yeah, and to answer a question from Laz real quick, no, not really. Not excited to see it. Not excited to have to pay for that type of movie, but I've bashed it long enough to I guess they can have my money finally.
I'm super excited that you're going to be going to see it. I'm only disappointed that Chase didn't send you a new Batman pizza today.
No. He's still dealing with some family stuff right now, with his mother-in-law and stuff like that. I don't know the details, but no, there's some medical situations going on. But I heard she's starting to be stable, so that's a good thing.
Everybody get over there and tell Chase hey and try and help him out in his time of need at this moment. The new Emperor's Groove. This is a Disney movie, right?
The Emperor's New Groove. Yeah, this is a very well underrated animated movie. This came out. I'd like to say this came out in the 2000s. Sometime we could even be talking late 1990s. I can't remember. This was the Emperor was originally basically he was like a cocky person, ended up being turned into a llama. He was voiced by David Spade, and stuff like that. So this is the main villain off of it, Zuma, and it's definitely interesting. I think the chase is weak as shit. I mean, I would like to see something more with the Emperor or with Kronk than with Zuma.
So I don't really know a whole lot about this to even try and speak on it. I don't know. I don't know if it's a weak chase, if it's a solid chase. I mean, the chase just looks like they changed the arms out, so I'm gonna say it's pretty weak. But that also means that that's one that you'll be able to weigh and find a difference in it. Now, how much the difference will be, I don't really know, but there's going to be a difference there, and I don't like them when you can weigh them to find a difference.
See, this is the other. This is like her sidekick. He was kind of like a big, muscly guy like Hercules, but he was dumb as a box of rocks.
Kronk. Yep. Kronk, is that how you say his name?
Yeah, Kronk, something like
that. Kronk.
But yeah, I don't know. There's a huge fan base for Emperor's New Groove out there that just jump on him every bit. Because I mean, a lot of people. I mean, it was an alright cartoon, but there's a lot of people that like it far more than others, and completely consider it to be a well underutilized item. I do like this. I actually I did see this one. This, of course, being Donald, has been predicted many times in many of the cartoons of him talking to evil Donald and good Donald.
So this is a 2-pack that I am anticipating getting my hands on. Now, we know when it comes to the con stuff, and they're going to be releasing these on their site. They're not going to be doing any lottery. They're not going to be doing any of that nonsense. They're probably going to have the crown wheel of death there. So if you're trying to get on there with any kind of mobile device, just know that you're going to get stuck in the crown of death. You're not going to get past that on a mobile device when it comes to this. And I want to say that it's right at it's the 22nd of this month. It's coming up really fast. So these will be coming up really fast for sale. It's kind of funny that everything they're announcing at this moment, including like the toy fair or whatever it is that we're calling it that they did this year, the announcements are coming out really fast. Like Hot Topic already showed the 5-finger death punch in stores. I mean, so everything that they show right now is coming out right away, which is kind of weird, right? So it's like they went from coming out really slow and being delayed to now coming out, I think, almost too fast. So these guys will be coming out any day now. And if you know, throw right over there in the comments. I can't remember exactly what day it is. I think it's the 22nd, but I could be wrong. Throw a comment over there and let me know. I think these are going to go up in value really fast.
Yeah, I really do like this one. This, like I said, these are classic Donald cartoon images right here.
I think that they've beat just this to death.
Well, you can only have. I mean, Wally's only had one movie. Well, they've already picked out some of the most classic scenes from Wally all around, and this is just kind of going. This is just going straight after the beginning of the movie when he's the only robot on the planet. that's still compacting trash. And that they just went out. This, I think, is just a snatch and grab. To be honest with you, unless you're a Wall. I mean, I'm a huge Wally fan. I do love Wally, but I don't know about this one. I think there's much better scenes to be had.
So
Because, sorry, go ahead.
I'm looking at the comments over there, and we have Yessie Lou in the house. We haven't had Yessie Lou in the house in a while. So check this out.
Well, no. He a lot of times is there, but he's told me before he usually he's driving or something like that, so he puts it on to listen.
Never gets old. So. Never gets old. Hold on. Watch this. All right.
But,
get over there.
I think as far as Wally goes, I think the scenes of him, I think Funko needs to stop doing the images of Wally, because I think they've already produced the greatest scenes from it. But they've left out some of the best items from, well, not even necessarily the best items from that movie, but they have never, and as far as I don't remember, maybe you guys are going to be able to tell me wrong, I don't remember ever seeing them do any of the humans that were on the ship, the Axion that was on the ship. They've never done any of the humans. They've just done Eve. They've done Wally. They've done the scrubber guy. They've done some of the robots, but they've never done any of the humans. So why aren't we getting any of those?
All right, so I don't even understand what's going on and why we just continuously see Wally over and over and over. I didn't even know there was humans in the movie, though, if I'm being completely honest with you. I am starting to feel like WonderCon should have been named DisneyCon, though, because it seems like this is going to be the year for Disney, but I think that we kind of called this already. This is going to be the year for Disney. This is going to be the year for Marvel. I know that there's a lot of people out there that say that this is still going to be the year for anime. I don't think so. I think that this is kind of proving that at this moment, that this is going to be the year of Disney. I mean, because here we are.
This is DC. This is DC. This is Peacemaker, which I have not seen the show yet. Everyone tells me to go watch this. It's incredibly entertaining. I have not watched it yet, but I do like John Cena. I did see him on Suicide Squad play this character, and I thought it was a great character.
Yeah, so I know nothing about the Peacemaker. I know nothing. All I know that John Cena is playing it. I'm not a huge John Cena fan, and I hope that doesn't offend anyone. I'm just not a huge John Cena fan. He doesn't do it for me. I mean, his acting feels very clunky when he's acting. It just doesn't feel smooth. It's just strange.
Okay, Zach, I didn't mean this movie. This is a TV show from the Suicide Squad movie, if we're going to get technical.
Anyway, so let's get back into the year of, oh no, we've got to throw in.
You can't have any sort of con without a goddamn Masters of the Universe.
To throw in a Masters of the Universe, yet again, another combo set from Masters of the Universe, because we don't have enough of these, because we can't sell the pops by themselves.
And I don't know what I'd do without my She-Ra bag and my She-Ra pop.
We now have to sell every Masters of the Universe pop in existence as a combo to something. It has to be a combo to a t-shirt. It has to be a combo to a bag. It has to be a combo to something. We cannot sell them by themselves anymore, and I just can't imagine there's that many people buying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like the same idea of the making people buy hard stacks with the hydro dips. I mean, it's just, I think it's stupid.
I agree with you 100%. It's garbage, and I don't understand why we keep continuously seeing it. What do you think of these sodas?
I know a lot of Hanna-Barbera. I know nothing about the banana splits. I've never seen in my life. This looks like it's supposed to be some weird psychedelic, 70s, tripping on acid type thing that, they're going to start waking up and talking to you. I don't know.
All right. So I'm going to say this, and as a huge Blacklight fan, I need you to hear me out. Who would have ever known that the sodas were going to become such a large Blacklight line? I mean, they have made Blacklight sodas now every single release for the past few months. That is what we have just been getting hammered with. are these black light sodas. Look, I'm into the black lights, but I do believe that this is going to be the next Chrome. This is another one of the banana splits. I know nothing about these guys. I know that they look really cool.
I know I will not be ordering a single one of them because they're just not interesting enough to me.
I'm not gonna order them for this reason and this reason alone. It says 5,000 pieces on the can.
I agree with Les.
What?
Trippy shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not gonna order them for this reason and this
But
reason
but
alone.
as we talked about with Luau last week, you can never believe the 5,000 count number on the side of the cans anymore. Anyway,
That's why I'm not buying them, because it says that there's 5,000 pieces, but it's going to be 5,000 pieces in the United States, 5,000 pieces in Europe,
in
5,000 pieces
Europe,
in Australia, 5,000 pieces in China, 5,000 pieces in Russia, 5,000 pieces in Canada, 5,000. Before you know it, it's going to be 105,000 pieces. I mean,
so you can't believe the numbers anymore. Anyways, they've obviously have screwed that one up. Yeah, I don't know.
And then the other part that concerns me is if I get it from Australia and somebody sells it to me in the United States, will I then know that it came from Australia? Is there some kind of code language? I know Andrew last week told us that it does say like Europe on there somewhere, that there is something that gives it away, but because I'm just not that far into sodas, I don't know that I would ever catch it. And then at some point I'd try and resell this soda that I paid entirely too much money for to begin with, and then I would only be able to get $2 for it because it was a China version variant that they made 100,000 of. I'm not playing with them anymore.
You know these banana splits remind me of is that, and some of you guys would probably know the song even better than I would. But if you ever remember watching the classic Winnie the Pooh, movie, cartoon, whatever the hell it is, the one with Walt in the beginning. He had that point where it was starting to flood, and he's starting to he fell asleep holding his little cork gun, and that they have those weird, trippy, psychedelic elephants that come around and kind of attack him, and kind of that's what it kind of reminds me of.
Yeah, I mean, is that what it reminds you of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm having bad flashbacks now.
So yes, Lou says he finds the bingo guys disturbing. I think that I found every one of them disturbing. I don't know what they are. They look weird. I don't know what they're doing with them. Maybe they were supposed to be a black light. Maybe they were supposed to be neon. I'm not 100% sure.
There we go. I knew Nadia would the heffalumps. Remind me of heffalumps. Heffalumps and woozles.
They're different. They're definitely different. It's not something that I'm getting behind, and it's definitely not something that I'm getting behind now that I know that it's not really 5,000 pieces. No. I mean, the only way Funko could change my mind on any of this is if they then decide that they're going to start numbering them 1 through 5,000. That is the only way.
People finally figured out what they were doing.
Right, and that's the only way at this point that they'll ever change my mind. That's something that I should get behind again, is if they start numbering them 1 through 5,000. That way I know that I have one of the 5,000 and I don't have one of the 54 other thousand that they made at some point. Now, I think that that's all that they've announced for WonderCon, and WonderCon's
they have released some stuff even further down. Of course, you got the new Machine Gun Kelly that came out, which at least doesn't have him with a thingy up his butt this time.
My thoughts were that he got extremely upset that they had put a projectile up his butt without paying him extra for it.
I would have been annoyed, but
I mean, I would have been annoyed as well. So I can only understand that they had to change it to appease him. I think that this is a decent Machine Gun Kelly pop. I'm going to tell you that I'm not a Machine Gun Kelly fan. It feels like an artist that can't quite figure out who he is. And
is he a rapper? Is he a rocker? Is he a
pop
rocker?
What is he? What is he? Is he a YouTube star? Is he is he an influencer? Is he a music? Is he into rock and roll? Is he death metal? Is he a rapper? What is he? Is he just going to be Megan Fox's boyfriend? Because if that's what he wants to do, I got you. I understand, but he's just confused. He just
at that point he would just be Megan Fox's handbag.
Right. I mean, whatever it is that he's super confused. So I'm not a huge Machine Gun Kelly fan, and a lot of times when he's talking, it sounds like he's whining. It doesn't normally sound like he's making a solid conversation without some kind of whine in his voice. I don't know that it's there. It could just be the way I feel about him.
You do have of course, that's a Batgirl that is
This
still for
thing is
sale on
stupid.
the website. I don't know why they put that out.
I mean, I don't even know why this was a Funko Shop exclusive. Why wasn't this a common? With the exception of the fact that they knew if it was a common, it would have sold 0, versus like it being a Funko Shop exclusive would have sold 10. I mean,
I agree.
so that's where I look at that one. That was one of those we knew it wouldn't sell any other way, so we turned it into a Funko Shop exclusive. This is probably one of them that you've
This
been
is
trying to
a
get your
Funny
hands
Shop
on.
exclusive. I'll probably be picking up
I
this
think this
week
one's
as
for
well.
sale right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
I
still
mean,
up for
nothing.
sale.
I mean, you called it earlier. Nothing here lately, with the exception of a few pops like Deku and a few of the other ones sold out. Nothing has sold out other than the
No,
few anime that they threw up there.
you can see the exclusives from 2 months ago that are still up there for sale.
They
This one I like. I really want this. I'm going on Amazon and buying and purchasing this one.
I don't know. I'll see what yours looks like and see how I truly feel about it. Just by looking at this picture, it tells me that they've shrunk the box down from its standard size now. It's a little bit smaller than it used to be. So now it's going to be just a little bit bigger and flatter than a pop protector. I'm not going to be into that size if that's what it is. But that is truly what that looks like, is that they've now encapsulated him in his own pop protector with a background so that you don't have to necessarily worry about keeping him in the box or out of the box. That's the way it's supposed to be. I don't really know. When you get one, I'll look at your review. That
Well, I
way I can.
started setting up something like you can't see it, but like my Action Comics is up on a wall right behind my computers, and I took. I know you're big on having that pop item around, but I took it off of the. I took it out of it, and
I can't
so
do it.
I just have the comic, and to me, it looks so much better having it on the wall without the box around it. I just
I
clear.
can't.
You can see Superman really clearly. You can see the comic book really clearly. I think it looks good.
I can't believe that you would do such a thing.
It looks fantastic.
I mean, just cannot believe that you would do such a thing. Guys, if you're just joining us, Christina threw a link in there. Go follow that link real quick. It's going to take you over to the Lou. Make sure you put in there hashtag Wayne sent me. Here in probably about 5 or 10 minutes, I'll convince Chris to pull up that comment picker. We'll pick one of you guys as a winner. Then I'm just going to put together this random mystery box to send to you. So you'll have to go over the Instagram. You have to give me your address, and I will get this sent out to you. And I'm just going to throw together some kind of cool mystery box. I'll throw some stickers. I've got some other stuff that I'm working on. So you'll get your hands on some front stuff that nobody's seen yet. So make sure you throw it in there. I'll throw together some kind of mystery box just to say, Andrew, thank you for sending me that really, really, really awesome mystery box that he sent me. I truly, truly appreciate you. I can't wait to see what yours looks like. I truly want to see what yours looks like.
No, this one I will be pre-ordering, and Nadia, I have seen the Beauty and the Beast one. Or I think if they start becoming popular, I could see Funko doing. They're already pushing a lot of Disney stuff, anyways. But I could see them doing more of the classic Disney. From the we already seen the Lion King possibly to a lot of the other ones, and I could see them. And I would like to if they start reproducing the VHS looking covers of these, I'll be on top of every one of them.
All right, so that's an interesting twist that Funko can take that I don't think I've heard anybody else say. They could take a twist where they make the original VHS tapes as the background. I mean, the original VHS covers, and put them in the background,
Well,
and then
that's
put the
what this
pop
is
in front
supposed
of
to
that.
be. It's supposed to be a VHS cover. Now, this was
I
the
didn't know that.
original. The background of this. Now, the only thing they kind of screwed up was the background of this is the original cover of the VHS when Toy Story came out on VHS. Now, Woody holding the binoculars, that was much later on with him within the movie. So then I'd like to see it have something to do more with the cover than with the scene of the movie. But I mean, I'll take what I can get.
Oh man, listen to you school me on that. That doesn't happen very often. I feel educated all of a sudden. I did not know that was the original VHS cover. That's
Mhm.
awesome. So you're onto it. If they start a whole line of that, you and thousands of other people are all going to go after every one of them. I mean, look, the Toy Story is already an iconic like movie to begin with. So that's going to be pretty awesome. I can't wait to see yours to decide how I feel about it in the future. He does have the binoculars in his hand, though. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah, that was more of a scene within the movie and had nothing to do with the actual VHS cover itself.
If you need to get you one of these overpriced hoodies, they are currently available on Funko Shop. This is not a plug with Funko, and I am not affiliated with them in any way, shape, form, or
And
fashion.
it comes with a sellout sticker when you order.
So I
Um,
think that this one's already been out for a
yeah,
while,
this
but
has been out. They're just more
yeah,
pictures of
it's
these
one of
things.
those picks of the day. You know they have that going on right now.
However, that mermaid one, this one is a newer one, with her and Eric, the statue of Eric, and I'm gonna have to find this one for my daughter, because this is a box lunch gift for the Ultimate Princess collection with her and the statue of Eric. So my daughter's really gonna want this one. She
So
sees it.
is this one a box lunch exclusive?
I think so.
Here, I'll tell you real quick. I'll get in there to where I can read it real fast. Dun, 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 dun. It doesn't tell me.
It
It
doesn't
just says
specifically say.
no. It doesn't tell me. That's kind of different. Oh, it does. That box lunch is a box lunch exclusive.
Yeah.
So that one's gonna be it. Yeah, I mean that's pretty cool. Look, I know you get in that Disney stuff. You and your girls do. So that one will be a fun one. Don't you need this one in your collection though? I mean,
No,
you're going to see the movie.
I don't need safe word Riddler.
Do you need me to send you one so that you what would your safe word be? Just out of curiosity, if you had a safe word, what would your safe word be?
Pineapple.
Yours would be pineapple. I think that a lot of people would say pineapple.
Pineapple. That's what. And it's funny. That's just like one of those funny joke common. But yeah, that's the one that everyone like thinks in their head.
You think pineapple is cool. I think mine would be newspaper. Nobody says newspaper anymore.
Yeah, it could
You're
be
like
interesting.
newspaper. Help! I need some newspaper. Help!
I have that Lucky Charms one. I think you have the Lucky Charms one as well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna blow by this real quick, and we'll come back to that here in just a second. So they did the whole like the National Cereal Day. They released this one. They thought they were being pretty clever when they did that. There was a lot of us that said that we didn't care that it was National Cereal Day, that it was still 6 months late, even though they wanted to like pretend like they threw that out there. Seth, how are you doing? It's good to see you in the house, brother. Guys, we truly appreciate all of y'all. Make sure if you want to like talk about something, you want to say something, throw it
Oh,
over there in
sure,
the
it's in here
comments.
too.
Yeah, throw it over there in the comments. That way we try and get to all of y'all. And if we miss y'all, just keep throwing it over there till we get it. We promise we're not going to put you in timeout for spamming. Unless,
I
of course,
swear, every time I see
you are.
Sharon's pops and plants, I keep thinking like she uses pops like as friggin' garden gnomes. And
Yeah,
shit.
that's what happens.
I
That's
think
for sure
that's
what happens.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's for sure what happens. She has like this whole garden with pops in it. She just has her head sticking out like
It's
Easter
sticking
Island.
out of the ground.
Yeah, just like an Easter Island. She just has her little head sticking out of the ground and shit. People go by her house. She's famously known for it. People go by her house real slow, taking pictures with just a half of the little pop.
Gotta water the heads a little bit.
That's exactly what's going on.
I thought about that one too, Jesse Lou. That could have been an interesting one.
Well, I'm telling you, it's newspaper. Nobody gets newspapers anymore.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
So I did go ahead and order this one, but as I was ordering this one, it was at 2:30. I got the email late. You know, we work. I wasn't really on top of my emails at lunch. I wasn't checking them. I got home. I ordered this guy. I was really surprised that he was still there. And then the next day, I was surprised, and the day after that, I was surprised.
Still there.
And then that brought me into the I'm truly confused as to why this one is still for sale. Out of all the people who were mad that it didn't go up for sale.
You know, though, I think there's a couple things going on here, because of course we've noticed that whether maybe it's in the card industry or even Funko industry, but even in the Disney industry right now, there's a lot of stuff's still coming out that was usually selling out super fast, and it wasn't able to, but now we're finding these collections available a little bit more. The whole flipper thing is like dying.
All right, so
and
it's funny you brought that up.
I think that has to do with what we talked about, or somebody talked about it, was with that whole fee you have to pay now for your taxes on anything. I think JKL did a whole video on it.
Right.
On I think that kicked a lot of people in the nuts. They were flipping, and
it's funny you brought that up, right? So with the rate and we're gonna talk some economy for just a second, but don't let me bore you too much with it, and please don't think I'm getting political because I'm not. With the economy and where it's at, with the raising gas prices, with the raising food prices, with everything going in a raise right now, I say Funkos are at a hold, right? So if I was a flipper or a reseller and that was my goal, I would tell you at this moment to hold on to your collection. Wait until the economy starts to take a little bit better of a twist and then start to resell them. That could have a lot to do with what is going on with
Yeah.
the people not reselling them, with people not buying them. Now, this is also one of them that I'm going to say in that same sentence, that if you miss this one in a couple of years, you're going to be saying, man, I was going to buy that one, but I didn't because I didn't think it was going to be that hot. This is one of them that will eventually sell out, right? I mean,
Yeah,
it's going to eventually
it'll sell
sell
out
out.
and it won't come back.
That's right. And then everything Blueberry goes up in value. So we know that at some point it's going to go up in value, and it's going to be the people who hold on to it for the long run.
And
that
and,
are-
and if you're gonna get any two of these, it's got to be blueberry and frankenberry are probably the most popular. Count chocolate is, I mean, always a classic, but when it comes to especially even Halloween time, you know, the blueberry and frankenberry are the two most purchased ones out of it, so they are the most common and the most um, sought after. So if you're gonna pick up anybody, take that chance and get blueberry before it's gone.
So do you think that this is a set that you need all three of? Because I only ordered the Blueberry, and I thought to myself that this was possibly a set that you need all three.
And they're all still available on
They
Funko's
are,
website right
yes.
now.
Yes,
Um,
every one of them still available.
if that People Mover wasn't on there, I would probably consider buying all three of them myself.
If the what? Oh yeah, if the people move. See,
I gotta buy that one first.
I've seriously contemplated going back and ordering the other two so that I have all three of them in the check this out, National Cereal Day, right?
Oh yeah.
National Cereal Day drop. Funko thinks they're slick. They
If
got
they're
new tricks.
Smart. They ain't smart.
New tricks. I can't believe that Blueberry is still there for sale. I am still really confused on what's going on with the Blueberry. Now, I want to talk about the new NFT drop that they have going on, but we're going to get off of this just for a second because I want to talk about the NFTs as a whole before we talk about the new NFTs that they will be coming out with. This is a conversation that I think that we're going to definitely need to talk about this one for a minute because
New NFTs.
What's that?
New NFTs again.
Well, our friend over at Collecting Plastics. Did you ever pull up that comment generator?
No, but I will.
You can pull that up real quick
Right.
while we're talking about this one.
I'm sidetracked. I mean, I'm easily sidetracked.
So our friend over at Collecting Plastics or Collecting Plastics was he recently posted a picture of the Leonardo NFT. You know that oil slicked one that they came out with that I wanted. That was one of them that I wanted to get my hands on. So
yes, I do remember that.
He posted this picture of this NFT with the oil slick Leonardo, and it is one of the worst pops that I have ever seen.
That does not look as good as the images
in my entire life. I can't believe that they managed to mess this pop up the way that they did, but it only shows that they're rushing through what they're doing. They don't really care about like what they're doing. They push these out even if they weren't ready for them, and it really shows. Check this thing out.
Yeah, it did not look as good as the picture set it out to be.
My God. How did they possibly flip cakes? What's going on, brother? How did they possibly screw that up as badly as they did?
I don't know. Like I said, and that was the top item too. I would have liked to see more
what
leveling
happened?
in the different shading. It's like they airbrushed the shit out of it, and they created no depth to it.
I mean, it's clear that it's airbrushed, right? I mean, it's clear that that's what happened, but I believe that I could have taken my airbrush and done a better job of making an oil slick than this garbage that you're seeing in front of you. Can you believe that they messed this up as badly as this is not $1,000 pop? I'm just gonna put it out there. You could say whatever you want, you can feel however you want. This is not $1,000 pop.
Oh no,
I will
I completely agree with
never
you.
consider paying 1,000. When this pop comes to $10, that is when I will go looking for this pop. And I don't even want the pop for the pop anymore. I want it for the black box. I think the fact that it come in a black box now makes it more cool than this thing.
Oh yeah, I agree with you.
Anyways, I wanted to get that off of my chest because I had been looking at that one for the last couple of days, and I thought, I wonder if everybody had just seen how bad they had messed this thing up. I mean, they had just messed this thing up really bad. So Sharon says that it's bad. They said, Yessie Lou says that it looks like a spray can. It blew up. I mean, it's really rough, and I don't know what they did or why they did it or how they screwed it up as
I mean,
badly
yeah,
as they
it
did.
definitely, like I said, whoever did it just didn't create the depth. I mean, there should have been a layered. What they should have done with it is, done these in layers. If they would have done them in layers, um, by each color, it would have created more depth to the item. Now, of course, that would have taken a lot longer to do, but it would have been the right thing to do, especially for that item.
All right, so hear me out. This is what I thought was going to happen on this one. I thought this was going to be a chrome pop that they then dipped in several different colors of chrome. When you see it in the NFTs, you tell me if I'm wrong. It looks like it is a chrome pop, right? I mean, it looks like it is chrome that is an oil slick, like your oil slick metal that I know everybody knows was so popular in every convenience store on every corner for the last 20
Well, it's
years.
because again, oil slick metal is layered.
Right.
Whenever they do that, it's layered. This is just airbrushed.
Right, but when you seen it, did you think it was gonna be a flat color, or did you think it
No,
was gonna be chrome?
I thought it was gonna be chromed. I thought it was gonna have that shine to it, that sheen to it. It was gonna have that depth and but yeah, this is just
I
they've been
just
doing the Ninja Turtles some injustice lately.
yeah, this one was bad. This is bad. If this is setting the stage for what the NFT pops are gonna look like, and I think that it is, I think that this is going to set the stage for what they're gonna look like going forward. I think there's gonna be a lot of upset NFT people out there that thought that they were getting something that they weren't, because I almost feel like this one might even be a little bit of false advertisement. I mean, I feel like this one was right on that line. They were
Yeah.
tiptoeing it. Is it tiptoeing that line with this one, because the images look, I mean, we see that happen a lot, right? Where the images don't quite match the pop,
Now
right?
you may be able to get a little bit of money out of it in the beginning. You may be able to put it on there, and maybe some people that did want it might actually still consider getting it. But I see the value of this dropping dramatically
I do
because
too.
I can see somebody putting this up even on an auction, and people are like, probably not.
I see. It's funny because I think the same thing. I think the value of this thing is going to crash. I think people, but if this is setting the stage for what we're going to see in the rest of them, I mean, it's only going to get worse going forward. I wanted to set the stage though, because they came out with a new NFT line that I know that you're not going to be super impressed with. I mean, I already get it. It's not what you're into, and that's cool, right? You don't have to be into them. I'm not 100% into them, but I'm not 100% against them either. I go into it knowing it's a lottery, and I think if you go into it knowing that it's a lottery, it's a little bit of a different conversation versus trying to go into it thinking that it's something that it's not. I mean, you just have to go into it knowing it's a lottery. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
buying a scratch off. If you go into it with the theory that it's just like buying a scratch off, then it's not too bad, right? So they came out with the new Transformers, and they're going to be doing the NFTs of the Transformers. I'm gonna call it now that there's only one cool pop in the group that's really worth going after right now, but they also tell you that this is their first phase of the Transformer line. So that tells you that there's gonna be lots of other phases that are coming up in the near future, right? Flip Cakes is in the house. I always like seeing Flip Cakes. Makes me happy. Ready to check this out?
Transformers.
Hey, are you ready to check this out?
Sure.
Here we go. Here we go. I know that you're all about these.
Ooh, I am taken away. I don't know what I do.
I knew that that's how you were going to
I
be.
don't know what I do if I didn't see this.
I knew that's how you were going to be, so I had to bring them in there and show them to you because I just knew that that's how you were going to be. Now they're not showing the Optimus Prime that I was telling you that is going to be the one to go after. But here's the funny thing about the Optimus Prime is it's in a bronze. It's in something like that, a bronze or a copper.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah, it's in a bronze or a copper or something like that. The Optimus Prime looks really cool, so I have to give them credit. Yeah, it makes me think though that I could buy one, spray paint it like a bronze, and then just go about my business. I didn't have to go through the NFT lottery to try and get one. Other than that, I don't think the pops are very strong. I felt like they were pretty weak at the end of the day. There was very lackluster going on. I know that there's a lot of hatred right now in the community that they were kind of hoping that this line was going to be skipped in the NFTs and that we weren't going to see NFTs of these guys.
Oh, the Transformers.
Yeah, there was a lot of people in the community that just wish that they would have skipped these. They would have kept them in the cons. They would have kept them as exclusives. That they would not have turned these into NFTs. But now we're going to see these get turned into NFTs like everything else, which tells me that we are closer and closer from losing all of the cool pops.
We know Disney will never do it, but
well, that's a good thing, though. I mean, that's one of the good things we have left is that Disney's not going to like stab us in the back and go after some crazy NFTs.
God, I hope not. That's just never going to be cool, and I think it's going to be. I mean, again, you got to think about it. It still goes after my theory. You know, Transformers, cool, great, yeah, but you know, they've had what six movies now. Oh, there's the Princess, the Beauty and the Beast one. I was actually just looking at the Lion King one too.
So now I got to ask you a question because now I felt like you educated me a minute ago on the Toy Story, and if people weren't here and they didn't catch that, is this the VHS tape too?
Yes. Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's the original VHS.
No, it's
cover.
not. Yeah. You're pulling my leg. How did you know that?
Because
it says it right there.
We bought it when it originally came out when I was a kid.
No, you didn't.
Uh-huh.
You watched Beauty and the Beast?
Back in the day, yeah.
What character was your favorite character?
Of course, Lumiere was everybody's favorite character.
No, but what was your favorite character?
Lumiere.
Tell the truth.
Lumiere's a badass. I don't care what you talk about.
I love it.
Lumiere's a badass, and that's all it has to be about.
So, I guess these are the VHS. I don't know how I missed the fact that they were coming out with the Disney VHS tapes. Those are going to be hugely collectible. And I don't know.
The Lion King, which is also an Amazon exclusive, has also, again, the original.
Right. I was kind of hoping that I could see the Lion King right there somewhere. It's going to be hugely collectible. I mean, some of these VHS tapes now can go for thousands of dollars from these old Disney movies. So I look mind blown. I can't believe that they're coming out with these. I think this is going to be a really cool line. This might honestly be a line that I go after now that I know that they're from the VHS, because that's really cool.
But you notice what also looks greatly awesome about these images right here is that they don't have the Funko box.
Let me explain that though. That's because that little box that they put on there is not really a box. It's more of some cardboard lining that they put around it that they haven't figured out how to make work properly. So it's garbage. So that they didn't point out to you that little cardboard band they put around it is garbage. They just went ahead and took it off because they didn't want you to know that they still haven't fixed their flaw from that long ago.
Here's the other one.
All right, so those are really cool. I got to give you some credit.
But see,
Those things
again,
are
there's a flaw
really
in this
cool.
one. At least the one of the Beauty and Beast, she's wearing the appropriate dress that matches her in that scene of the cover. Whereas this is also wrong in a Disney fandom type image, because although this is the original cover that came out on VHS, this is Simba that is on top of the rock. So this is actually the Funko Pop is showing the ending of the movie, to a sense. Basically, this is right after he pushed his uncle off and took the kingdom back and stuff like that. He's sitting on top of the rock, and so it's basically showing the end of the movie, because this is Simba, not Mufasa, that is sitting up here, which does not represent the cover.
Oh, these
quite well.
these stupid things are going to be exclusives to places. So like this one right here, the Beauty and the Beast is going to be exclusive to Target. We all know that we'll probably never get our hands on it now. Is that
Beauty
one
and the Beast one's
exclusive?
gonna be hard. The Lion King and the Toy Store are both Amazon exclusive, so you got a better chance.
Yeah, I mean, so you know that you got a better chance at those. Getting that one from Target, though, you're gonna have to fight all the employees and everybody else. Hey, Christine, if you'll do me a favor real quick and throw that link back up real fast, you'll throw it up. I give everybody a couple of minutes. We'll pull a winner for my
Luckily, I
first
know a couple of Walmart employees that I might be able to get an inside track on that,
inside track on which one.
on the Beauty and the Beast.
The Beauty and the Beast is going to be a Target exclusive.
Was that Target exclusive?
That is a Target exclusive, which is going to make
I have no hookups at Target. Damn it!
Which is going to make it virtually impossible to get your hands on. They're saying that it's a Target Con 2022 is what they put on there.
It didn't release during Target Con.
I didn't see it during Target Con.
I had my wife looking for that one. She didn't see it either.
I'm still a little bitter about Target Con, so Target will never get me again with a Target Con. I will never ever get up again to go in to try and purchase something out of their store and an event day, because they say that that's when it's going to happen, because we all know that that's probably not when it's going to happen. They'll never get me like that again. I will order from the store if I can, and if I can't, well, then I just can't. I'm pulling it up on the website right now. It is not currently for sale on their website. You can check in stores. Yeah, no, it just says not in stores, not for sale.
And I would never pre-order anything from Target.
So Target had they had two of them, and I'm kind of looking at it right now, that never went up for sale. So they never had the Bella, the Bella never went up for sale. They never had what I wanted was the red Mando helmet pin, which I don't normally go after pins, but that was one of them that I was going to go after because it was that red Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And so they didn't have that one. They didn't have her, and they're not showing them currently for sale. I mean, you could add everything to your cart with the exception of those three. The only one that looks like it sold out was the Jumbo Pokemon. I'm not even going to try and say his name. We know how that goes.
Come on, give it a try.
I'm not even.
You mean that real big jumbo one, the Charizard?
I'm not even gonna try. So let's pull up that comment picker and let's see who I'm sending a mystery box to.
I think the largest one is Charizard, is what it is.
Charizard. It's a Charizard.
Where's that comment picker? So we have 13 comments.
Come on, let's see who's getting it.
Linda Finch,
if you'll hit me up on Instagram with your mailing address, I will get this out in the mail too.
She must be one of those ones that never comments but does watch, so we appreciate you either way.
That's right. I appreciate you. So Linda, go hit me up on Instagram real quick. Shoot me your address. I will get a mystery box out. It's going to be the first one I've ever made. I don't even really know what's going to be in it yet. I've just grabbed some cool stuff and shove in it. I appreciate you. Truly appreciate all of y'all, though, for participating in that. Truly appreciate you.
Seth even backed me up. He said it was a cover. He has one in storage from his daughter's childhood.
Which one's from the cover?
The Beauty and the Beast.
I think y'all are pulling my leg. I can't even believe that those things are that cool. I didn't realize they were from the VHS. So Beauty and the Beast is going to be number one. Out of that set, number one is always cool. I think to get your hands on the number one, versus the rest of them. So she
Yeah,
is
that's the
going to be
Target
number
one.
one.
No, none of us are getting our hands on that
Out
shit.
of the VHS covers is what they're calling that. She is a VHS cover is what they are calling those. Number one out of the VHS covers, which I guess kind of explains the shape of it a little better. I am going to tell you that if I could get my hands on two of them, that maybe I would take one of them out of the box, leave one of them in the box.
Trust me, dude. They
I don't
look so
know.
much better. I mean, not to say I threw away. I don't throw away anything. I have even any of the pops I've got out right now. I still have the boxes in my closet, and I still have that one. I think I think sometimes that box kind of hides the actual pop, and when you take it out and you just have the comic and stuff, it makes it pop even more.
All right, so my theory to that is that the box should be adding to the picture. It should be adding to the feel if they did it right. If they did that little piece of cardboard, we're not even going to call it a box. It's a little ribbon strip. If they did that cardboard strip properly, it should add to the look if they did it right. But they're not doing it right, so it's not adding to the look, and that's where I'm not taking them off, because in my eyes that should add to the image, and it's they're just not right now. Maybe one day they'll get it together and they'll do a better job at it, but at this moment it's simply not adding to the image. What do you got right there?
I'm opening up my.
Are you
Mickey.
taking that Mickey out of the box?
I am taking.
Oh man, there's a lot of people in the comments right now screaming at you.
Probably.
Taking that Mickey out. Oh, I'm for sure they're screaming at you at this moment. I mean, and I don't know that I could even blame them, to be honest with you. But they are currently screaming at you for taking that out of the box.
I don't care.
What do we got?
Sometimes are meant to be seen out of the box.
I think they're all meant to be seen out of the box at least once for me to take a picture and post it on Instagram.
Oh, that does look good though.
I'm really confused on like the morbid side of what's going on. Is that he skint Tigger, and then he got inside Tigger's
It's not necessarily saying that this is Tigger.
And then what is it saying?
Tiger. He is the Tiger King of the Disney World. Is what he's trying to say.
A tiger. So he's the Tiger King of the Disney World. Yes. Does this also mean that
he's Chinese New Year
kin to Joe Exotic?
I don't know. Probably not.
You don't know.
But all in essence for Chinese New Year. So, and in fact, actually, one thing you didn't, I don't know if you guys know, actually, to a certain extent, the lion, more than the tiger, is in very bad luck in the Chinese history. So, if you ever been to Vegas, right? Back in the early 90s, when MGM Grand originally reopened, their main entrance used to have a giant lion's mouth, and you basically walked into the building going through the lion's head.
You were eaten by a lion.
You were basically eaten by a lion. Well, MGM realized quickly that we are losing a lot of business because none of the Asian community will come into the building because they found out it's very bad luck to walk under a lion.
So they don't want to be eaten by a lion.
Spent $4 or $5 million restructuring their entire opening area and move the doors to that way that they have just a big lion statue now instead of an opening like that. In fact, you want to know how deep this goes? The number 4 in Asian culture is very bad as well. So if you ever go to Vegas, and trust me, if you guys don't believe me, go ahead and test me on it. Go to Vegas. You will not find a floor 4, and you will not find any floors that start with 4. So usually it'll go to floor 39 and then 50.
What do you mean there's no 4s?
There's no 4s.
I think you're pulling our leg.
I used to work in Aria Tower, City Center. In fact, if you ever go to City Center and they tell you that the penthouse, the top floor is up on the 56th floor, it's really only the 42nd, something like that. Because there is no 4, there is no 13, and there is no 40s. So it goes straight from 39 to 50.
I think you're pulling our leg again.
No, I'm dead serious.
Convinced you.
I lived in Vegas for 5 years.
Just like that's not Mickey skinning Tigger and wearing his skin around in some morbid capacity.
Oh, it definitely looks like Tigger, but I'm gonna play, devil's advocate on that.
He's skint tickering now. He's wearing his fur around in some morbid capacity.
I just noticed they're doing this
Hey,
now.
that's a really cool pop, though.
You can scan this on. You can scan this to download the Funko app. Although the Funko app is not very accurate as far as values go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think any of the apps anymore are valuable. I think now that the only thing you can do is go on sites like Whatnot, see what things have sold for, and then base your value on that. Especially if it's something you're going to sell, that's probably the best way to do it. Or you can value things like I do. You shoot it all the way to the moon and see what people offer you. I mean, that's and to me that just seems like the way that it works the best. And then you just take whatever somebody's willing to offer.
Yeah.
I think that just works in both ways. Then both of y'all are happy. Y'all both feel like y'all accomplished something, and you move on to something else. I still think you're pulling our leg about there not being any fourth floors. And no, why would you not have lucky number 13 anyway?
I am dead. 13 is also not used commonly.
So what is your favorite WonderCon pop that they came out with? What is the one that you have to have?
Well, there's a lot of Disney ones, so I think that there's a lot of great Disney ones this time around. I would probably say out of the ones you were showing right there that we talked about today, I'd probably have to say the Donald Duck is I think is going to be the most popular. I think that's a really really good one. The evil versus a good WonderCon. I think that's going to be a hot one right there, and I wouldn't mind getting my hands on that one.
So let me tell you what's funny is that's the only one that I think that I need to get my hands on. There was no Star Wars in this one. There was no Marvel in this one. There was no real franchises in this one. I mean, they had that one. They had Wally. I mean, they had the Disney stuff, and then they had these stupid things that they just pounded into the ground. I
think they really did that just to have some sort of stupid blacklight. I think they come up with some of this shit sometimes just to have some sort of blacklight. But I mean, honestly, I mean, I remember a lot of this shit from 80s and 90s, and I mean, maybe that was the 70s, very possibly, but I don't remember none of that. And you're kind of just going right past a big generation right there.
It's definitely weird. Look, it's definitely weird. I don't know what they're doing. They've jumped over, but I don't think WonderCon has never had like really awesome stuff to begin with. I think that it's always been pretty limited. If I'm thinking right, it's always been a fairly small convention to begin with. It's kind of like the Emerald City Con. I mean, it's always been pretty small in general. So I don't think that this is anything surprising that there's not that many pops.
Have we seen an Emerald City Con yet?
I have not seen the Emerald City stuff yet. This is normally about the time that we start seeing Emerald City. That I think it always goes kind of in line. It goes WonderCon, Emerald City, San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, and then the ripple of whatever they do after that is what I think how we normally see them line up. But I could be 100% wrong, and that could change. You know how that goes. I mean, they're going to do virtual events for virtual events. I don't think that we ever seen anybody like throw over there like what the actual day was, but I still want to say that the actual day that it's going to drop is going to be on the 22nd of this month. I'm still hoping that maybe somebody over there is going to correct me and tell me that that's not it, that this is the day, but I know that it's coming up here real fast, that it's they announced it and they're going to be dropping them all within the same couple of weeks. There's going to be no big pause in it.
And Seth, if those banana splits are all yours, go after them. I mean,
yeah, I mean, for sure.
It's just not something that screams to me. Jesse Lou, I completely agree with you. I think the Loki one is cool, but I think it is about 6 months too late.
Yeah, let me tell you something. I'm actually happy that we see somebody that's going after them, because I thought that those were going to be a complete flop. And I'm sure that there's a following out there for them. And Seth, don't ever think that I'm trying to tell you how to collect versus like what not to collect. You collect what you're happy with. These things are okay. I don't understand them at all. I mean, not even a little bit. I can't even kind of understand them, but I also don't know what banana splits are.
I have no idea. Maybe if you knew what the show was or the cartoon or whatever it is, maybe you'd understand a little bit more and kind of get it. But I don't get it.
I
Like I said, to me, it's like some weird '80s, '70s, psychedelic mushrooms. Sniffing, taking mushrooms and licking LSD to understand what the hell these things are.
I don't know, and I'm gonna tell you the funny thing is there's really not that many comments on these, not like there usually is. So I'm looking at that one, and there's a few comments on that last one, but not very many. The comments just normally say stuff like black light, new chrome. I mean, I think that everybody's kind of getting played out with the black light stuff like now. Um,
See, I'm with Les. I just want a banana split now.
yeah, I mean that would be pretty awesome. I
Common Drooper first. Again, and is that Drooper? Yeah,
it's
no reference to it. And I guess
there.
they said ECCC is in August this year.
Yeah, so that's actually delayed, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
that one,
delayed.
yeah, that one would be delayed. So it would normally go. Is it Emerald City, WonderCon, San Diego, and then New York, or is it?
Usually we have Emerald City in like January, February.
I think you're right. So it's probably normally Emerald City, WonderCon, San Diego, New York, and then the little ones that they have like the Star Wars Con and the few little small ones that they
We
sporadically
didn't really
like
get
throw.
a San Diego Con last year though,
They gave us a San Diego Con last year.
did we?
Yeah, they gave us a San Diego Con, and then they have the few that they like sporadically throw in there throughout whatever it is, whether it's like the Star Wars or whatever it is. I mean, they still throw them in there.
I mean, and as far as the sodas go, I mean, I think there are some that are definitely cool and some that, but I'm so like, I don't know. I think I'm just, uh, I'd like to say I'm getting tired of sodas to a certain extent. But I'll only collect ones that really like jump out at me. And if I have the opportunity, I'm not going to go rushing in to pre-order super fast by any means. But if I have the ability to buy one and it jumps out at me, cool, I'll take it. But
Well, that's kind of where I've been with the sodas. Is this is actually one of them that I would pick up. I mean, to be completely honest, I would go after this one. Um, I don't know that I will though. I mean, I guess it'll just depend on how fast they sell out. Chase, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you. We all hope that you are doing well. We've lots of
hope
prayers
your
and
mother-in-law is doing
lots of
well
prayers and good wishes going on right now. Um, I don't really go after them. I think that I hit this different road with the sodas when everybody started buying them up and you couldn't get your hands on them anymore, and I didn't feel like that it was I felt like that it was just a flipper market is when I started to get turned off with them.
Yeah,
But then I discovered that they weren't actually limited to the 3,000 piece or the 6,000 piece, and I think that that was just the last nail in the coffin for me,
I agree.
right?
I'm the same way with you. When you know that number on the side, you kind of felt good in the beginning, knowing, man, okay, well, I did get a chase. There's only so many, but then you come to find out, no, there's like 5 or 6 times that amount out there, and it's kind of you realize you just been swindled.
Right, and I think that that was the last nail in the coffin for me is that going after him felt like it was a shark's a blood massacre. While you were going after them, you had to fight tooth and nail to get your hands on them, and then when you did get your hands on them, then you find out that the numbers on there are not exactly the number on there. So, I mean, it just because it says 5,000 pieces doesn't mean that that's actually true. That only means that it's 5,000 pieces in the United States. And then y'all heard me earlier. Then it can go Australia, China, Japan, Russia, Egypt, Canada. I mean, before you know it, there could be 100,000 of these things out there. And to me, that's deceiving. And when companies
It is.
deceive me, I don't take that very well. When I feel like a company purposely deceived me, because that's what that is, they purposely
Oh yeah.
deceived you with that number. They lured you in with that number and then deceived you that was going to be a factual number, and it's not.
Like I said, the
And
only way they can come back from that now is to basically put it in as start putting numbers on them.
that's the only way they can get me back into them is if they start numbering the pogs and the pop. I mean, or the soda, whatever you want to call it. They would have to number them, and then it would have to be there's only this many in the world. Period. I mean, they're not no. Well, there's only 5,000 here, and there's only 5,000 there, and they're no.
Yeah,
I want to know that I got one out of. I would rather them tell me that it's a limited 20,000 piece run, and it
but
actually
I think even that. I mean, yeah, I know I've been getting more into Disney and travel and stuff like that, but I watch a lot of Funko videos, and I've just, like I said, I've just gotten tired of it when people opening up cases of these things and stuff like that, and I think it's just been outplayed, just like the black lights. I really don't care for it anymore.
like I said though, I would rather them tell me it. So if they're gonna produce 50,000 of these, then put 50,000 on the can. I would rather you just totally upfront with me on how many are made.
Yeah.
Versus me feeling like I've been deceived. And that's what I feel like with these things, is that they purposely deceived us. But that's okay. Look, it's to each their own. I'm happy with whatever you collect. I have probably 100 sodas sitting in my house that I do currently collect. What do you have going on this week that you want to talk about?
Again, just a busy week. I know I haven't really put out many videos. There's a lot of things going on in the Techbot household right now with trying to, without getting too far into it, just a lot of things I'm trying to fix with myself and stuff like that. So trying to become a little bit more balanced with things. So I apologize that I haven't got a video out. I do have one that's just about ready to go. I just haven't been able to put it up for some reason. But I do have a lot of filming coming up. I got, like I said, this weekend alone, we probably got a lot of filming. I've got the Florida Strawberry Festival coming up either Friday or Saturday, and then whichever one I don't go to, it's going to probably be back at Epcot for the Flower and Garden Festival, and then of course also Chase from Chase's Kingdom will be coming up on Sunday, I believe, and we're going to go watch the new Batman. And give a honest, try to say this without being disgusted. I'm gonna give my honest review of the movie after it's done. I haven't listened to anybody's commentary or anybody's idea of how the movie went. I will give you my God's honest review afterwards, and we'll go from there. Chase, I'm sure Chase will try to keep me on a level without going on a tirade like I tend to do sometimes.
So here's what you're gonna have to do, right? So you're gonna have to get with Chase. You're gonna have to talk about your safe word. That way, if you're watching the movie and at some point you have to use a safe word, you can be like pineapple, and Chase will just know that means it's time to get you out of there. You just be like pineapple, 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 because the Riddler. I mean that BDSM Riddler. Woo-hoo-hoo, gonna need a safe word to watch it.
See, especially with nowadays, he might just have to be there just to make sure I'm not falling asleep from this boring ass 3-hour long BDSM type of movie.
It's gonna be awesome.
But like I said, there's a lot of filming coming on. With a lot of filming comes videos, and in fact, I even think I have a food one I booked in 2 weeks. Over at a place called Sanaa, which is over at Kidani Village at Animal Kingdom Lodge, and it's fantastic. It's a lot of African style foods, stuff like that. One of my favorite types of stuff, and so I'll be bringing you guys a food review of that location.
Sounds awesome. I can't wait. I still haven't made a new outro. Guys, make sure you check out my short tomorrow. I've been posting shorts on Wednesday. I still have my Monday and Tuesday videos. This coming Friday is going to be a little different for me than it's a Funko Pop hunt, but you're going to get to know me a little bit better. I've promised that this year you're going to get to know me a little better. So it's definitely one of them that if you just want to get to know me a little better, make sure you check that one out Friday. It's been a lot of fun, man. It's been a lot of fun. I just want to say I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us.
As long as you're always enjoying it, that's all that matters. And that's what keeps us going in this. But don't forget, if you want to help support the channel, of course, it's on Wayne's channel, so it is Burger Life. you want to help support the channel and get that really cool burger icon next to everybody else's name, and as well as you also get that icon on any comments you make on Wayne's videos. Think about becoming a Burger Life member. Help support his channel. Help him to get an actual webcam camera that doesn't keep breaking on him. And but also don't forget, hit that like button down below. If you don't do anything, if you do one thing that we ask you today, hit that like button. Hit the like button. Who cares? Hit one of them.
It's free. Hit the like button.
Hit the like button.
Have a good night,
guys.
Catch you on next week. Bye.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Sometimes the easiest things to do take the longest amount of time to get done. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed that, but before we get out of here real quick, guys, don't forget to go check our channel memberships out. These are both very new features to Mr. Techbot and myself, but we're both very proud that we have made it to this point. So go check out our memberships. The link should be down in the description below. If it's not down in the description below, you should be able to go to any one of our videos and it'll be down in the description below. So make sure you go check that out. It's super cool, fun way to get interactive with the channel. You'll get some really cool icons, some really cool emojis you can drop over in that super chat. You can drop over there in that chat so that you can flex on everybody a little bit. And don't forget that any and all super chats will go down in the description after this video is over. Give us 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes to get it down in there. I mean, we might not be able to do it right away. We've got to eat dinner and still hang out with our family, but we truly appreciate all of you guys, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a good one.